Yeah, for sure. That's what I said to the players after the game. The fourth quarter was probably our best quarter because we got stops, we handled the physicality better, and we were able to get out and run. So I think that's definitely a positive part of the game. Is some of our key indicators that we try and keep ourselves to. We got most of those tonight, except for, as I said, who's going to start?
Tough loss today. What did you make of the game?
I think it came down to turnovers. I think a lot of it came down to when you look at 27 turnovers for 16 points off turnovers. I think that's probably like the game. We didn't really handle their physicality well, and we had some. We knew what they were going to do defensively because we played them twice in pre-season. I just don't think that we were focused well enough. Obviously, Ollie coming in was different to when we played them pre-season, but we knew what she was going to do with her hand pressure and steals and just how physical they would be on the ball, and I just don't think we did a great job of that tonight.
There were moments where you kind of wrestled back the momentum, especially in the second quarter, and then a little bit in that fourth quarter. Do you think that is something that you can take that was a positive, especially in very physical times?
Yeah, for sure. That's what I said to the players after the game. The fourth quarter was probably our best quarter. Because we got stops, we handled the physicality better, and we were able to get out and run. So I think that's definitely a positive part of the game. Is some of our key indicators that we try and keep ourselves to. We got most of those tonight, except for, as I said, like when you're giving away 27 possessions to the opposition for all extra, that's going to take a big part on the toll of us only scoring 64 points.
Did you feel the side could actually have a chance of winning and coming back in that final quarter?
Yeah, for sure. Like our fight is like, as I said, is like we've got to still stay in the game, and I think the girls' resilience to get that back, that margin back, and to have a chance at times to probably get that margin even closer than what it was is like I really like their fight.
And this is, I think, the third consecutive loss now. How do you kind of make sure that the team is able to bounce back from this?
It's our job. It's our job to bounce back. Is like we can't feel sorry for ourselves. We've got another game on Saturday, and I think games right now are probably what we need to go into Bendigo, who's a really good team. But I think we can take solace from the fourth quarter and some of the patches of our game that we're hopefully trending in the right direction. Yeah, I think it was hard tonight because we just didn't seem to get into a rhythm, and that was a little bit of foul trouble. And then rotations, we had some people out of position, I guess, and that was hard. But I think that when we found a rhythm and we could get out and run, I think that's our calling card. We want to be able to get stops and rebound and get out and run because we've got the kind of team that can play in transition. And when it's a half-court game, it doesn't really suit our personnel. So I've said to the group all along is we've got to do our work at the defensive end. And I thought at times tonight, I think we did a great job on Ollie, we did a great job on Loz, we did a great job on Keeley, but then someone else would go off and then you get McSpadden, make a three right at the end of a shot clock. You get Izzy Morgan, Shanice. Those are kind of the backbreakers that you find it tougher and a little bit deflating, but it's got to be next play.
Yeah, it was definitely physical. The WNBL has done a great job this year letting us play a bit more, so that's something that we just have to do a better job of as a full group. I think responding to that physicality without fouling, and I think that's something that we really need to do better of. Yeah, 100%. To have being down by 24 and then cut it down to 9, we went on a run there. I think we just have to be really consistent. I don't think we've played a full consistent game yet this whole season, so I think that's where we're trending, and we have a really good fourth quarter there that we can take into Bendigo and do some work. But yeah, the consistency is going to have to be key for us.
Well, you have all runs. You really are doing a couple of goals for the game. Out of that action, what would you say is the goal that you can take out and be able to build on the team?
Yeah, definitely our fight back. I think, it's not that it's easy and we never want to lay down. That's not how I want to coach, and that's not the kind of team I want to coach. But the girls' resilience in finding a way to come back, and I think same thing again, we did it through defensive pressure. when we got up the ball and applied pressure on the ball and started trapping and throwing some different looks at them. I think that built us energy and momentum, and so that's something for us that we've got to, I guess, look into a little bit more about how we play in the full court rather than just in our half court defensively. I think it was a little bit with like their pressure. We got a little bit like shy passing the ball in, especially with the turnovers and passes that we had off like turnovers. And I think a little bit of Tage didn't present as well as probably like what she has like in the past. And so I think that dealt a little bit of physicality and a little bit of fatigue.
Jade seems to be a little bit clearer in the fourth quarter, was moving back in. Is that something that you're aiming for, or is it just something that developed through the course of the game?
I think mostly it developed through the course of the game, but we were speaking to her about picking her spots. I think this is a different season for Jade. In the past, obviously with the talent that we've got like this year and that we've built around, is she's trying to find, and we're trying to like navigate her way of when she picks like apart and tries to find those assists and tries to find other people, and when she needs to score. And I think she did a much better job like of that than the previous game of picking her spots when she could shoot, get feet in the paint and break down the defense and play with pace. Hopefully next week. Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, but that's up to the medical staff. Yeah, I know she's raring to go and she wants to play, but that'll be a medical staff call this week. Yeah.
Also, from her story this morning, I photo of the training wearing a t-shirt with all the baby pictures. What was that about?
Yeah, it's something that we did as a team building exercise like way back, I guess in pre-season. So I like to do fun things. I think we got to make it like light, so I got all their baby photos and put it like on a shirt. So that's it.
We got him yesterday. We sang happy birthday and it wasn't his birthday, so
Yeah.
he had to come and get us again.
There's payback. There's payback coming. Yeah.
Guys, James spoke about it. What do you think needs to be done in order to have that happen?
I think, well, just from tonight's game, turnovers. We've got to do a better job of like taking care of the ball. I think that, you know, we've had a rough couple of like 2 weeks, I guess, for us, and it's come down to, I think for us, and I've spoken to the group, is at times our offense affects our defense, and we're still trying to like find a rhythm and a flow offensively, and we can't have missed shots affect how we defend down the other end of the floor, and we've just got to find a little bit more of our identity, which I guess we saw in the fourth quarter about how we can defend and how we can be disruptive, that then fueled our offense at the other end.
You mentioned that fourth quarter, so was that start you had being down 10 over start? You still managed to win the fourth quarter, 26-21. Is that something you can look to in the next couple of days to get to go?
Yeah, like we dig ourselves a hole. You know, we were down, 17-4 against Adelaide and then made a 17-2 run. Is like, I trust and believe in like this group, but we've got to do a better job of not digging ourselves a hole and getting down by as much, because it's just the energy that you've got to give to get back at both ends of the floor. And so our starts are something that we've got to definitely look at.